She's accused of inappropriate sexual contact with a student. Philadelphia police say 30-year-old Babara Corbo engaged in the inappropriate conduct back in December along Kelly Drive. Last month, Corbo was fired from her job at Mercy Career and Technical High School in Hunting Park. And in a letter to parents yesterday, school leaders say they learned of the incident on January 18th, and Corbo was terminated that same day.
A Hialeah teacher facing charges related to molesting a minor appearing before a Miami-Dade County judge today, now ordered to stay away from the teen victim. Her arrest report says the crime has been happening since the summertime, now reported to police after the 14-year-old victim's parents found explicit text messages on their son's phone from his former middle school teacher. The arrest report says 31-year-old Brittiny Lopez-Murray, a drama teacher at Hialeah Middle School, not only exchanged sexual text messages and photos with the teen, but also had sex with him multiple times in her white Jeep in various parking lots after picking him up from his high school sports practice.
With an umbrella covering her face, the latest South Florida teacher accused of having sex with a student walks out of jail Saturday. And cops are now confirming that teacher is pregnant. School police say back in March they were first tipped off when students at John I. Smith K-8 Center in Doral came to them saying the student, who's 15 years old, was showing off videos of himself and 41-year-old Heiry Calvi having sex. That's when Doral police got involved and got permission to search that 15-year-old's cell phone. And they say they found photos of him naked with Calvi, along with texts between the two expressing their love for each other. Police say the two first became close when she began tutoring him at his house late last year. Parents learning of the disturbing details Friday were shocked.
31-year-old Marka Bodine is charged with continuous sexual assault of a child. She stood in front of a judge this morning as he read her bond conditions. Bodine was a teacher at Tomball Intermediate School for 7 years. According to court documents, Bodine went to police saying one of her former 6th grade students was harassing her and threatened to harm himself. Investigators learned Bodine had a 3-year relationship with the same boy, who is now 16 years old. Documents say it continued even after the boy moved to Houston's South Side. According to court documents, Bodine admitted to having a sexual relationship with the boy starting in 2018 when the boy was 13 years old. They say Bodine also admitted to sending the boy dozens of explicit pictures and videos. Bodine is out on bond. One of her conditions include wearing a GPS monitor. Once the allegations came to light, Tomball ISD put her on administrative leave before she resigned.
New information tonight on the West Hartford teacher accused of having a sexual relationship with a student. New Britain police arrested 22-year-old Taylor Boncal of Beacon Falls. Police say she had a relationship with an 18-year-old male student in her social studies class at Conard High School in West Hartford. Despite his age, a state statute prohibits sexual contact between teachers and students in their schools. The student told police the relationship started after he asked for her number in December. School officials say they fired Boncal and alerted authorities after learning about the relationship from a concerned parent. She's being charged with second-degree sexual assault.
A Pickens County school teacher has been arrested after deputies say she admitted to having sex with a student. Deputies say 34-year-old Katherine Pelfrey is charged with sexual battery with a student. They say Pelfrey told them the incidents happened last month. The school district says Pelfrey is no longer employed with the district as of December 31st. She was charged yesterday and her bond was set at $10,000.
A substitute teacher in Cleveland County accused of sending inappropriate pictures and videos to middle school students.
They want any student who may have received illicit messages or images from Emily Durden to contact investigators. There may not be many of them. She'd only worked here for 4 days before she reportedly sent those lewd messages to students. Those students are just 13 and 14 years old, but Durden isn't much older. The 19-year-old started work as a part-time sub at Crest Middle School on November the 8th. The images were shared by cell phone, according to investigators. One student told his parents, fearing that they would find the images or the messages. The parents went to investigators. They discovered that there was at least one other student that investigators say got similar messages and images from Durden. Durden faces a host of charges, including 5 felonies. She's out on bond and cannot have contact with the victims. She no longer works here. We asked the school system if there's an age limit for employment. They did not answer the question.
Students returned to campus at Clovis High School Monday for the first time since the arrest of choir teacher Amanda Hubble. The 31-year-old has been placed on leave while police continue their investigation. Hubble is facing 2 counts of unlawful intercourse and 1 count of oral copulation with a minor. Officials say the alleged sexual abuse did not happen in the classroom, and they say it's important for all parents to have open communication with their children.
No one answered at the League City home Samantha McFerrin shares with her husband. The 29-year-old teacher is out of jail on bond after turning herself in yesterday. According to court records, administrators at Clear Creek ISD's Space City Intermediate received information early last month about inappropriate communication between McFerrin and a male student. That investigation revealed 2 victims. The first from August 2018. Court records say McFerrin was his 8th grade math teacher. Their relationship started via Snapchat, and after exchanging nude photos, she and the student had sex in her truck at least 15 times. The victim, just 14 years old. A second victim, a deputy wrote, had nude photos of her on his phone, and when investigators interviewed him, he said last fall McFerrin pursued him, requesting that he come to her classroom, where she eventually gave him oral sex. Court documents say he was only 13. McFerrin, a math teacher at the school since 2016, previously worked in other districts. She resigned as she was being questioned. Her attorney says she's wearing an electronic monitor while out on bond, and that Ms. McFerrin will contest the allegations and looks forward to her day in court.
With me now, Crum was arrested yesterday inside the Nassau County Sheriff's Office following an interview she did with detectives, and it was during that interview when a detective showed her an explicit video that she reportedly recorded with an underage girl. Now, according to detectives, the girl was one of Crum's 9th grade English students with whom Crum had a sexual relationship. Crum confirmed to investigators that she was the girl's teacher between January and May of last year. By November, Crum was under criminal investigation. The girl told investigators that on multiple occasions, Crum would travel to Nassau County to meet the girl at the home of a relative, and it was during those multiple travels when Crum was accused of having sexual encounters with the girl, and detectives say they have video evidence of one of those encounters. A parent who lives in the Azalea Ridge subdivision right across the street from the school was outraged when he learned about the arrest.